Are you holding on to hope that your partner will eventually change behaviors that make you unhappy? What if some relationship problems are actually permanent character traits that no amount of love, patience, or communication can fix? The most painful relationship truth is that some people will never change, no matter how much you want them to or how hard you try to help them grow. Understanding the difference between fixable relationship issues and unchangeable personality patterns could save you years of heartbreak and wasted energy. Most relationship advice assumes that all problems can be solved with better communication and effort from both people. But this is not always true. Some behaviors indicate deep-seated character issues, psychological patterns, or value differences that remain stable throughout a person's life, regardless of circumstances or relationships. Here are 8 red flags that mean your partner will never change, and why recognizing these patterns early could protect your emotional well-being and future happiness. Number 1. They consistently blame others for their problems and never take responsibility for their actions. When something goes wrong in their life, it is always someone else's fault: their boss, their family, their friends, or you. They have elaborate explanations for why their failures, mistakes, and problems are caused by external factors beyond their control. This blame pattern indicates a fundamental inability to engage in self-reflection and personal growth, which makes change impossible because change requires acknowledging that you have something to improve. Number 2, they become angry or defensive when you try to discuss relationship concerns. Instead of listening to your feelings and working toward solutions, they get hostile, shut down the conversation, make you feel guilty for bringing up problems, or turn the discussion around to focus on your flaws. This defensive response shows they are more invested in protecting their ego than improving the relationship, which prevents the vulnerability and openness necessary for personal growth and positive change. Number 3, they have a pattern of similar relationship problems with everyone in their life. Their romantic relationships all end for similar reasons. They have ongoing conflicts with family members. They struggle with friendships, and they have workplace issues that follow predictable patterns. When someone has the same types of problems across all relationships and situations, it indicates that they are the common denominator, but they will never see this connection or address their role in creating these dynamics. Number 4, they make promises to change during conflicts but never follow through with consistent action. They might apologize, promise to do better, and even make temporary improvements when you threaten to leave or when conflict reaches a crisis point. However, once things calm down, they gradually return to their old behaviors without addressing the underlying issues that created the problems in the first place. This pattern shows they change behavior temporarily to maintain the relationship, not because they genuinely want to grow as a person. Have you ever found yourself having the same argument repeatedly with someone who promises to change but never does? This cycle often indicates fundamental incompatibility rather than communication problems. Let me know in the comments if you have experienced this frustrating dynamic. Number 5, they lack empathy and cannot genuinely understand or care about your perspective. When you express hurt, disappointment, or concern, they might go through the motions of apologizing or comforting you, but it feels mechanical rather than genuine. They struggle to put themselves in your shoes or understand why their behavior affects you the way it does. Empathy is a core capacity that enables all personal growth and relationship skills, so without it, meaningful change is nearly impossible. Number 6, they have rigid thinking patterns and cannot consider alternative viewpoints. They see the world in black and white terms, insist their way is the only right way, and become uncomfortable or angry when presented with different perspectives. This mental rigidity prevents them from learning, growing, or adapting their behavior because they cannot imagine that their current approach might not be optimal. People who cannot think flexibly cannot change flexibly. Number 7, they prioritize being right over being happy or maintaining harmony in relationships. They will escalate conflicts, damage relationships, and create unnecessary drama rather than admit they might be wrong or consider compromise. This need to win every argument and prove their point shows they value their ego more than their connections with others, which prevents the humility necessary for personal development and relationship repair. And number 8, they have never shown genuine, sustained change in response to feedback from others. Look at their history. Have they ever successfully modified their behavior based on input from friends, family, previous partners, or employers? If they have a track record of ignoring feedback and continuing problematic patterns despite consequences, this indicates a fundamental unwillingness or inability to engage in self-improvement that is unlikely to change in your relationship. Recognizing these unchangeable patterns is not about giving up on people or being pessimistic about relationships. It is about making informed decisions about where to invest your emotional energy and life commitment. Some relationship challenges can be overcome with effort, communication, and professional help, but others reflect core personality traits that remain stable over time regardless of circumstances. The most loving thing you can do for yourself and your partner is to accept them as they are rather than hoping they will become someone different. If who they are today is not compatible with the relationship you want, it is better to acknowledge this reality than to spend years trying to change an unchangeable person. This recognition allows both people to find relationships where they can be accepted and loved for who they actually are. Which of these unchangeable patterns have you encountered in your relationships? Share your experience in the comments below. Recognizing these red flags can help others avoid investing time and energy in incompatible relationships. If this video helped you identify relationship patterns that might be wasting your energy, please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more content about building healthy relationships and making informed relationship decisions. Give this video a thumbs up if these insights felt valuable for understanding relationship compatibility. Remember, accepting that someone cannot change is not giving up on them. It is choosing to love them realistically rather than loving an imaginary future version of them that may never exist.